Feel me like a Hellcat.
So hey guys, welcome back to
That looks
Kerbal
like the
Space
biggest,
Program.
strongest
And
rocket in Mother
hey,
Russia.
it's not even Russian, but either way, welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. We're here at the KerbX facility. Off the back of our successful Crew Gecko vehicle, we're beginning our satellite network, the Cufflink network. Yes, Cufflink is about to go up. This is our launcher built on the same booster and second stage chassis that is used by Crew Gecko. Only we now have lots and lots of satellites. It's not quite the 70 that Starlink is launching. SpaceX is launching for Starlink, sorry. But these are just Kerbal communication satellites, so 6 will do our particular mission. So
Hey, nothing saying you can't get there, though. Just saying.
no, I mean eventually.
That's going to be one hell of a nose cone. Nothing
The
for
problem
nothing,
is you can't miniaturize that much in KSP to make Starlink satellites. Nor do I need several thousand satellites for stuff.
My nose cone is already in orbit.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so before I've horribly... Yeah, I've derped up this pretty significantly. Okay, we didn't do any sort of positioning of our actual launch stuff, so I will need to separate that off now. So, those are launch towers. Those need to come down here before bad things happen to our spaceship.
Auto crapshoot.
Basically, yeah. That's stage 2. So that'll need to come down here. Where's the stage 1 engine? There it is. Stage 1 engine. All of those are the internal separations. That's the fairing. So fairing can come down here. What am I separating off with this? I don't even know where that one belongs. I am confused and have made a whoopsie.
Gonna be troublesome, probably.
Okay, that's that. Okay, that's the first of the Starlink or Cufflink separations. Okay, so the only separation we have really is the one that ignites stage 2 to that, and then we go from there. So this all should be manual from here on forwards, basically. So we should be good to go. We're going to go to an orbit of parking orbit of 200, which is where we're just going to ascend initially to put our rockets in orbit, and we're going to go. So
Let me know when you want me to start the countdown.
start the countdown. You have command.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Not gonna lie, this is kind of legit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Liftoff.
Was that go on 1 or after 1?
No, we're gonna need you to go ahead and go. Thanks.
That was
Houston,
actually-
we already have a problem.
No, we don't. Shut up.
The person flying this is incompetent.
Shut up.
Oh, God.
Quiet. This actually looks like a serious rocket for once. Leave me alone.
Hell
This looks like it's designed to fly.
It's legit.
I mean, it's a payload launch, so it's not exactly like it's a crew vehicle, but preparing for max Q, throttle back. Throttling back for max Q.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching live as we launch Firex.
Okay, passing through max Q. Launch systems nominal. Throttling back up. We are looking good so far. Approaching 1,000 meters per second and an altitude currently of 20,000 meters. Angle of insertion is looking good, and this is quite warm, so that's what it is. Yeah. This is fine.
Ladies and gentlemen, things are getting hot and heavy.
Oh yeah. Now next, I'll have to work out how to return the Pigeon 9 booster, and then we should be good to go. Okay, we are getting ready for stage separation. Stage separation now. Or it should be. In fact, we would actually not used as much fuel
Attach,
because
damn
apparently
it.
this is lighter.
There we go.
There goes the Pigeon 9, and it technically still has fuel to use, so that happened a bit sooner than I was expecting it to. But there we go.
I mean, you're in the air. You're good.
We are, yeah. I mean, theoretically now, if I was controlling this in reality, I could take control from there, flip it around, and boost back towards Kerbal. Which will be our next mission, will be to make a reusable booster section for the Pigeon 9. Because right now we're in the early Falcon 9 sort of stage of development, where it's kind of basic tech of getting up there. Then we start to work on reusing it. That was a bit of a cool part.
Pretty sure your booster just made re-entry. And
Yeah, it's meant to.
It's going to hit Italy.
It's okay, it's a small village, it won't matter. They're expendable.
Oh god.
Okay,
That
so we
was
should be...
planned.
It was planned. Okay, we should be approaching our 200... We have. Excellent. So this is our parking orbit initially, where we're going to basically just keep things for now. That can go away. Shut up. Point prograde for me for now. You can go... No, go away. Shush! God damn it.
Shut
We're
up.
going around this side so we can see what's going on. Because seeing what's going on is useful, I find.
Rachel needs a special shut up button.
Rachel does need a special shut up button. And these can actually... God damn it, where are they?
Oh my days. This game is currently 75% off.
What, Kerbal?
Yeah. Was £30, now £8.
£8, actually.
Okay, $7.49, whatever.
Okay, let's start launching satellites. That's the important bit here. So, I'm going to take control from here. I'm going to separate us. And point us prograde. Should start the engine, that helps.
Not a coincidence that these are all being launched directly over Russia.
I mean, there is that, yes. Let's push our apparatus up here to... I'm doing this kind of semi-manually, so it's a little bit repetitive, but we're going to go to 400 with these. They've got a lot of fuel for their size. Okay, that's just about enough. So we will wait till we get to our apoapsis. Please don't hit the station. That would be really freaking awkward.
Oh, God.
We're going to pass behind it. We're okay. That could have been awkward, but we're okay. Orbital impact is not a fun sport. Just saying.
There we are.
No, which way am I facing? Okay, I'm facing retrograde. That'd be why. These don't have advanced controls on them. They've just got enough to basically do what they need to do. So we get our periapsis up to 400 as well. And we call this good for our first insertion. Then we can go back to the other launchers and put those up as well. Once we have this, Kerbal will have its first communications satellite network. And, you know, Kerbals can watch TV and use their GPS system as an excuse to drive into harbors.
You actually turned them upside down. We're communicating with other planets, actually. Sorry.
Okay, that is on. That is on. Satellite 1 is launched.
Functioning.
Yep, we are nominal function on Cufflink 1.
Kerbal, do you read us?
Okay, time for the launch of Cufflink 2. So, control from here. Engage engine. Separate. This is really dark. I apologize.
The dark side of the moon.
Yep, that too. See, I could just be Starlink and separate them all at once and just be like, yeet, whatever. But that takes... Well, you know what? I'll just do the boost burn first to basically get them into... Wait. Why is that going down? Oh, I'm facing the wrong way.
So you
I'm
pay
retarded.
attention to your positioning?
Yeah, basically like that. Come on, let's go back this way. Okay. As long as we don't hit the actual launch vehicle, we should be good. Yeah, that's more like it. We are going up, technically. Yeah, success! We didn't do a complete stupid. Hurrah! Okay, this is going up, and once I get the actual initial apoapsis burn in place, I'll be able to switch vehicle. And go back to the launcher. And we'll get the next one in line, so we'll start to sequence these and send them up at once. Should be nice and easy. Bang!
Oh.
And now we swap vehicle back to the launcher. Take control of this one. Engine is activated. Decouple. So I need to just basically
Push it away.
line it separately first, so I'm off axis.
Then hit the
Like
boom
that.
switch.
Then I want to go to the go that way button. The no run into launcher por favor button.
Please avoid us at all costs. Thank you, button.
Yeah, it would be a wise idea, I feel, to not smash into the launch vehicle. I think it's common courtesy, if anything.
And if you're gonna do it, make sure it's the last satellite. It is.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't call this a constellation, but it's technically a constellation because it's more than two, I guess.
Right. If you manage to get every other satellite off safely, at least you did partially good.
We
Not a
absolutely
complete
did.
success, but better
But
than
it's still
nothing.
technically a constellation. You know, it's a small one, but it's a constellation.
Right.
Okay. Alright, let's boom that zoom. And let's get ourselves rigged for another insertion here. It's almost like we're getting efficient with this. If I could automate this entire process, I would.
Wait, we have Ollie in here who's a dispatcher. He should
We
have
do.
been acting as
Yeah.
Kerbal ground.
You should have been Kerbal ground control. I don't know why you weren't.
I have no idea about anything space
Exactly.
related.
We know more about space lingo than he does. And Tony does a great countdown. I'll give him that. I just wasn't sure whether he wanted me to go on one or after one, or I was very
I
confused.
wanted you to go on the word liftoff.
I mean, I could have done, but you know,
It's kind of in the word.
it's true. But technically, guidance was internal by that point, so the rocket decided when it wanted to go. I can't control the rocket.
Who put in the wrong programming? Damn it.
I mean, theoretically, yes, you may have a point.
Just a small one.
Yeet. Off we go. And there goes the constellation in sequence. I'll raise these at different altitudes specifically to actually stop them
Passing 300.
There we go. See, Tony's a computer now.
Passing 350.
I'll just leave this a bit
Don't
lower
know
for
if
now
it-
because I want to just check on the rest of these as they go up.
I don't know if Computer Tony's an improvement or not.
I don't think it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
No.
I can do it in Earl Talk if you want.
Oh God, Earl, the space dispatcher. That's a concern.
Go ahead and shoot that thing with the blaster on it. Don't hit the
Whoa!
moons.
Look at this. That is
Look at
kind of
those
cool.
babies spread. We are winning.
No, we're going the wrong way. There we go. That's the right way.
That is not something you want to hear when you're dealing with space. Uh-oh,
I
we're
mean,
going the wrong way.
semantics, really. I
It'll
should be putting
figure
them into
itself
different
out.
altitudes so I can get the sequencing right. But for now, this first spacing will do just nicely.
As long as they don't hit each other, we don't have a problem.
Well, the rest of them I'll allow to go up at their own time because I want them to come back down again. Because it'll mean they'll go faster and then they'll pull forwards in the loop. So when I actually bring them up again, they'll be in a different space. So
As long as they don't play space dodgeball, we're okay.
there is method to my madness. I swear to God. Okay, so we want to be in prograde. Right, where are we here? We are just past or approaching apoapsis, so we're at a good place to burn. But this will keep us a bit too close.
Burn,
So
baby, burn.
I will allow some time to pass to accelerate us ahead of the constellation.
You got two of them basically stuck together right now.
That's the point. I want to accelerate them ahead of the constellation. So this will do us just nicely. We'll move to here. Line up. We'll engage the engine. Come on. Why is maneuver mode not showing? Please? Thank you.
Ow.
Okay, so we're going to go up to 400. With this one? Ballpark number. It works.
Passing 400.
Okay, so that one is going to be good to go once we come around this side. We should have slowed down a tiny bit so the constellation will catch us up. But we can now reposition and knock up the now periapsis a little bit. And we're good to go. So that's got us ahead here of the constellation, which is still over there, I believe. This is our launch vehicle. No, I don't want to rendezvous. I want to switch to it. Okay, so we've just got one left here, so we'll take control of this. We will
Fire, fire, fire.
decouple. Engage engine.
Figure out which way we're going. And poof.
Alright, so we want to be that way. And I can hear rain. I am so freaking happy right now.
IRL rain.
Yes, IRL. Yeah, space rain. What do you think?
Cutting the heat. I was gonna say if you're hearing what sounds
If
like
it's
rain,
space
that's
rain,
not
yeah.
rain. That's danger.
Oh no, there's a what? It's raining. Oh my god, it's raining outside so beautifully. It's just pouring down. Fantastic.
Eva's inside, right?
God damn it.
She will be soon. No, rain is great. It's breaking the heat.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
been so hot
I'm
recently.
saying God damn it because I'm still in the heat and we've got it. I think it's going to start raining like midday tomorrow.
Okay, so this is this
In
one.
Georgia, a little bit of rain does not mean a break in the heat.
Well, yeah, but you're in Georgia where you step outside, you need a shower.
It means that after the rain is done, you're gonna insta sweat from looking outside.
Okay.
Georgia.
Don't do it. 290, 300. Some of these sats may be a bit close, but I'll just drop their general orbits as I need to.
Oh God, it's going to be weird.
Okay,
tomorrow.
bingo. That is KerbSat 2. So I will take control of this one. Oh, hello. That was thunder. I don't know if that came
I
across the
heard
microphone,
that.
but that was thunder.
I heard that, yeah.
I definitely heard that.
Close my office window really quick because this may have to wrap up fairly soon. Oh, I'm gonna get electrocuted. Okay, this
Which will
one
not be
here
flying a kite.
is yeah. We're about to descend here on Apparapsis, so I will allow this to, and I'll just pull it down a little bit so we can.
Yeah, we get that thunderstorm tomorrow.
Pull this down here a little bit so we can just separate out a little bit more. Bingo. And we fly it around. This should allow us to go a little bit quicker than the satellite with us, so we'll do a couple more orbits. And now we'll push up the
I feel like
apoapsis.
we're watching a satellite race.
Kind of is in a way, yeah. Perhaps this is coming up. We'll put this to 400, and then we'll insert it where it needs to be.
This is weird because, like, just in the last 2 weeks, this is basically what I've been studying in physics.
Once you're at the, weirdly enough, Kerbal space program is, and you'll find a lot of actual NASA astronauts will say this, and not just that, but engineers as well, space industry engineers will say, Kerbal space program takes, there's like a logarithmic curve, basically, of understanding of orbital mechanics. You've got, like, high school physics, small kind of cliff. Then you've got college, astrophysics. Then you've got doctoral astrophysics. Then it's just like Kerbal Space Program. The line just goes vertical as your understanding of the mechanics just skyrockets because it's really an amazing tool to help you actually understand this shit.
They're getting ready to release a new one, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Why has this decided to derp? Oh, no probe control because out of sight of the planet. Okay, now we have control. There we go. I was wondering why it was being retarded. This is one of those reasons why I need a good network of satellites, is so I can always have control. No, we had it there. We had it there. We were nearly at it. There we go. Come back. Behave yourself. If I let it shrink, though, with its orbit, it will accelerate. So I'll leave it at 350 there, so it'll actually accelerate along its pathway. Because this is the one we're currently flying. Actually, we don't want it to accelerate, so we want it to go a little bit further out with its periapsis. So, boop. Yeah, that'll do. That'll slow it down as it goes around the orbit, and that should give us a good sequence. Our final one is the launcher probe, which needs to get its own insert.
Send it to the sun.
Right, this one is here. We've got a lot there, so we want something in this vicinity here. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire retrograde to bring its back end down. No, that's prograde. Yeah, no, Kerbal Space Program really does, as a learning tool, it really helps you understand the mechanics of how things work in space. It blows your mind with its kind of ability to be this creative, really. Perhaps this, we want to go past that. Because we're going to bring down our periapsis, sorry. That's what we wanted there. Look at my numbers. We're going to bring it down to about 200 as well, so we've got a nice fast sequence. This should be our last bird to fly, so we'll call it good at about 250, because what the heck. It'll do. This isn't rocket science. Oh wait, it is. Okay, we appear to be in a nice satellite window here. So, we will go prograde, bump it up.
Nice.
This is the actual complicated part of putting satellites into orbit. It's not just, fly along, drop one out the window of the spaceship and call it good. Because what you'll typically do with a launch vehicle like that is you'll fly them up, you'll deploy them, then you'll actually, once they're parked, you'll elevate them to their actual final stop, which allows them to do what they need to do. And somehow I've managed to park it bang next to the other one again. So whoopsie doodle, maybe the second flight will put more up in the gaps. That's going to be our goal.
Maybe
Second flight will have to put them in the gap. Maybe they like each other. Maybe I'm just rushing this because it's for a YouTube video and I'm trying to not take forever. But the principle does apply. This is how to do it. I put them in little groups for some reason because I'm stupid. But at least there'll never be a loss of signal when they're next to each other. They can always talk to somebody. They've got a friend. That's it. It's friendship. I wanted the satellites to have friends. Right, so now we get back to the fun part of Kerbal Space Program, crashing a spaceship. Because what goes up must come down, and the launch second stage has to go somewhere. Yep, there we go. So I can't in good conscience leave space debris lying around, so this baby gotta come home. Although, because it has so much fuel, I'm going to try some science with this. So we'll see. We will see what I can do with this, okay? This is going to be a test for reusable technology.
I was about to say, are you going to try and land it?
Yes. It's got no landing legs, but we're going to try and land it.
Listen, if you could go ahead and land that in grapeseed, I'll buy that fuel.
Oh, God. Land it anywhere but grapeseed.
I need it for my race car.
Okay, let's bring this baby in. We're coming in pretty fast, so we want to do an orbit burn shortly. That is a whole lot of engine for this tiny little rocket.
Oh my
But we're going
God.
to try and bring this back. Why not? I mean, I've not got a parachute on it. I probably should have done. Then we could have completely recovered the second stage as a launch vehicle, and that would have been very environmentally friendly, but I didn't think about that, did I? Commencing entry burn.
How are you planning on slowing it down?
Engine.
Yeah, the engine.
Still got about a third fuel left.
Yeah, we're actually doing alright. So this should be able to bring us back in now. We're actually coming in pretty slowly, actually. Let's let ourselves...
Does this thing have a heat shield?
No. But neither does the Falcon 9. So technically you don't need one if you're coming in slow enough. And we are, in fact, coming in slow enough. As I do this. See? Too slow to heat up.
Burn it off. There you
I
go.
suppose
yeah.
there's no
That's
people,
it, see?
so you can just.
Well, no,
kill as
not about
many
people.
Gs as you want.
It's not about people. It's about I'm slowing down. The buildup of heat on re-entry is nothing to do with the atmosphere automatically doing it. It's because you're coming in at hypersonic speeds. So by virtue, you are going to create friction, so much friction with the air that it creates heat, right?
Friction starts
But there's no
fire.
people on board, so you can just pull as many Gs as you
Oh,
want.
absolutely. But in theory, you can propulsively land a rocket with people on it. There's nothing against that at all, in principle. Right, time for a suicide burn. I mean, a hyperslam. Yes, that's what we're calling it, a hyperslam. Totally not a suicide burn, I promise. That's
Oh,
not what the
God.
actual maneuver is called. The maneuver is actually called a suicide burn, but it's called in SpaceX PR a hyperslam because it is politically correct and doesn't sound like you're about to crash into a mountainside. Which is what we're about to do. So hold on to your hats, boys. Here we go. Seat of your pants rocketry. This wasn't planned. I decided as we started the entry burn.
Is that Mount Chiliad?
Might be. Earl, look out.
I want the engine too. Keep it safe.
This is going to be definitely a slam.
Proceeds to strap rocket engine onto his race car.
I mean, we're still slowing down. This thing's coming down, alright? Okay. Bam.
Fire, 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 fire. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Oh God.
Too much thrust to hover. Nailed it!
Oh.
Technically, nailed it. If
Yeah,
it wasn't a fucking mountainside... Look at this thing. If it wasn't a mountainside, I'd have nailed that.
Strapped to a bunch of fuel.
You know what? I'll call that a semi-success.
It was a successful failure. The actual burn technique was successful. I could have landed that. If I put legs on it next time and land on something that isn't the side of Mount Chiliad or the side of Mount Everest, we'd be fine. Look at that little probe core. Look at you go.
Still alive. Some parts of the shell are still completely intact.
Yep, nailed it.
Successful landing.
This is intentional.
This is the only thing from the shuttle we actually wanted to recover
Yep.
anyway, so it's fine.
How
Well, it
did it
wasn't a
blow up
shuttle.
that much? It had no fuel.
It had plenty of fuel left to blow
Oh,
up.
God.
And it also had lots of monopropellant too. This thing's still going. Oh my god, we've created the wheel.
But a really
Somebody
lame
come on, my
version of
mom will
it.
get sick.
Yeah, this is making me feel weird. The claw. This thing ain't stopping.
We're getting sleepy.
This thing is rolling down a hill at 8 meters a second. That's how
Oh
fast
my
it's going.
God! I just looked at the artificial horizon.
Yep, it's just
Yeah.
a circle. It's just going round and around and around. Because it's not going forwards like it should be. I mean, it's technically rotating around its y-axis. I'm going to stay with this. I want to see how far this goes.
Just that artificial horizon is giving
This
me
wheel
travel
is
sickness,
impressive.
Oh God.
Don't look at it. It's fine. Don't look at it. Look at this.
Don't
Look at
stare
this.
at it. Yeah,
Be
look at that. That's not at all a
hypnotized.
Don't
problem.
know if that's
No.
better
Oh,
or not.
no, don't look at that. Oh, okay.
Definitely look at that. Definitely look at that.
Look at that hill off to the left.
You want to subscribe to Firekitten.
Too
You
late, I
want
already have.
to subscribe. Yes, it worked. And we're stopping now, finally.
And
And
we're
it'll fall over. When it falls over, the video ends. There we go. but it stays on its end, and I have to just leave this recording. This could happen. Don't. This is
It's
gonna happen, isn't it?
It's now turned
Yeah.
into a stream.
Yep.
Boom. Boom.
See,
It's gonna stay like that.
and in theory, this never. Seeing as it is now perfectly balanced, I would say that is a expert landing.
Landed.
And we managed to drive away from the landing site.
Yep.
Impressive, no? Yep. Our probe
Somebody
core
that
drove
shouldn't-
away. Yeah.
Somebody that shouldn't be coming and picking that up is not going to expect to find
I
it
mean,
there.
no, they're never going to expect to find the probe core on its side in the middle of a
Yep.
valley in the mountains.
Yeah.
But
Then we're
I
like,
think
look
the
at
more
that
impressive part
weird
here is that
land.
this was never meant to even be recovered. Like, this was never ever meant to be. And I can recover it. This was never actually meant to be recovered in any form whatsoever. This was meant to just be burned up in the atmosphere as a reusable second stage, an expendable second stage. So, yeah, I
It's
can
like
hyperslam
that
with the
theory
second
about
stage.
airplanes. They always recover the black box. Why don't you make the entire plane out of
Exactly.
the black box?
Exactly. Yeah, it's always intact. Anyway, on that bombshell development from Tony Aerospace, we will wrap this one up. Thank you for watching the different peanut gallery this time, and the Cufflink satellite network. And
Day lighters.
yeah, what he said.
Ciao.
Bye.